How the Brooklyn Nets can make the playoffs in 2017. Recently, the Brooklyn Nets have been one of the most disappointing teams in the NBA. They failed to contend in 2015 with a packed roster with Deron Williams, Kevin Garnett, Thaddeus Young and Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is loyal and stayed though. This offseason they signed the wild-haired man known as Jeremy Lin, and that was the right thing to do. More on that later. So in today's video we will look at the failed season of 2014-15, look what went wrong, how they can do the same thing this season by getting stars, make everything right overall, and contend for the playoffs. 2014-15 season. What went wrong? Many things went wrong. Brooklyn traded young players for older stars past their prime. Not only that, but 2 years later, 3 of the 4 stars they had taken in, Deron Williams, Kevin Garnett, Brook Lopez and Paul Pierce, are all gone. Garnett has retired, Deron is playing brilliantly in Dallas, and Pierce is planning to return to Boston to finish his Hall of Fame career. In this season, they got plenty of defense for the team, but the low post scoring was dreadful. 2 veterans playing up the court, the fast break is too slow on transition. Jason Kidd was a rookie coach leading a team full of hardcore players, so he wouldn't be able to do much as he was just starting. Their best player in that season was Thaddeus Young, according to Bleacher Report. Damn, Thaddeus. Thaddeus at the time was quite young, and then you would expect to see the veterans teach him around the way of basketball and how it was played. Well, no, it was the complete opposite. Brook Lopez didn't do much this season either, but even though they have this great lineup with some superstars past their prime, trading some young players for too little, their rookie leading the team, they still make the playoffs in 8th seed. And if you think about it, if there was no conferences, they wouldn't even make the playoffs. The Suns would knock them out. Wow, that is just so many things going wrong, and ever since nothing has improved. But we are gonna look at the positives now. And trust me, there are plenty. Jeremy Lin. Man, I love this guy. The hair wonder, coming out with different hairstyles every season. But besides that, he is now a starter for the Nets, which is perfect for him. He can lead the team with Brook Lopez, and the two are always showing perfectness when the ball is being moved around the court. Lin's sanity will bring in fans from all over Brooklyn. The atmosphere will be intense, and he should live up to the expectations weighing on him. But things can go wrong. Lin could continue to be blocked by ghosts or just generally miss easy layups and open jumpers. His start to the season could be cold, and this will take a toll on the Nets. They need to win some games at the beginning of the season because otherwise their confidence will drop. But on the brighter side, Jeremy Lin has looked pumped during the preseason, and if that hype follows through this season, Jeremy Lin is definitely the starter the Brooklyn Nets have been looking for. Brook Lopez. Another reason why Brooklyn can compete. The Brook-Lin duo. See what I did there? Anyway, Brook Lopez is a powerful center but can drop to power forward if needed. But that won't need to happen, just wait. But while we are here, Brook Lopez is the defensive player every team wants. Not as good as Demarcus Cousins, but big enough to attract potentiality. He can put up 9 boards a game and 20 points. Damn. The man is the only reason why this team is not in the D-League. God's sake. I have to keep it this short, but here are some projected stats from Basketball Reference and his 2016 season stats. Brook Lopez's 2015-16 stats: 20.6 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, and 1.7 blocks per game. That is insane. Basketball Reference backs this up more because his projected stats go even further. Brook Lopez's 2016-17 projected stats: 21.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and 1.9 blocks per game. Jeez, Brooklyn have a big season ahead of them. Acquiring a star. This is the most crucial part of Brooklyn's chance to make the playoffs. They acquire a star, someone to go along with Jeremy Lin and Brook Lopez. I have a few players in mind, but some might not be able to go to the franchise until the end of the season, so they'll have to wait till then. I was originally going to do 3 players, but now I'm just going to do 1 to keep this video shorter. But this is the top candidate I think should head to Brooklyn to give them some playoff hope. Blake Griffin, the perfect fit for this team. They need a strong power forward for defensive needs, and also Balaki's aggressiveness on the offensive side will contribute tons. Blake Griffin seems most likely to go to Brooklyn for me with his athletic ability and all. Personally, he's a better player than Luis Scola, and a lot of you will agree with that. Griffin is projected to get more than 22 points per game, and in Brooklyn he could probably get a lot more. He would not only be their star player, and he hasn't been feeling that in LAC. A reason I don't see him going to OKC in a trade is because OKC need to keep all their assets if they want to stay in playoff contention, but Griffin is most likely to sign with them in the free agency period. Brooklyn could get rid of players to make up for the money and get him, but a trade seems better now. Blake Griffin would have so many opportunities in Brooklyn. A championship may take a while, and he may not even get there, but the power duo of Griffin and Lopez is a hard one to ignore. Jeremy Lin down low, Blake Griffin giving away some easy assists or creating open jumpers. The only negative to this is the likelihood of this actually happening. It is low, but if Blake Griffin doesn't want to be the guy who pisses everyone off to go to a winning team, Katie, then one of his best decisions is to go to Brooklyn. No, not the best decision, but a smart decision, and he'll get most of the credit if he does choose to go to Brooklyn. The possible trade would be Blake Griffin for Luis Scola and Chris McCullough. How to make this season right. I'm going to keep this short and sweet here because it's very simple. You need to keep your stars happy. Very simple, give your main players a good amount of minutes, a good role, and a key to the team. If a star helps with nothing, he's not going to enjoy playing for your team. Jeremy Lin is already loving the team because he is getting more minutes and input into the game rather than his hair, and he is also starting. Brook Lopez is going to be attacking more defensively, and he's probably going to be motivated to make a playoffs push alongside Blake Griffin. Griffin will only stay, however, if he is given the leading role for the team. He would be the only all-star, giving him more potential to lead the team and become the star more than anyone else. Chemistry is key. Players need to bond and love playing together. They need to set up plays and give each other the amount of ball time each player needs. Jeremy Lin needs to take it up the court and needs to have the quick thinking mind to shovel the ball to the first free man to set up a quick pick and roll or whatever the coach has put in. Very simple. Baby steps. Maybe I exaggerated too much in the title, but I have your attention now, so here we go. Brooklyn will most likely not make the playoffs this year and might tank for picks for the loaded 2017 NBA draft. Oh, wait. They traded those away for Kevin Garnett, who didn't even stick around for more than 2 years. But anyway, making the playoffs will be hard at first try, but after the season comes and goes and the GM has followed my keys to success very carefully, then the team should be happy, meaning better output in games. They almost definitely won't make the playoffs this year, but give them a season or two because I guarantee you they'll have a chance. Small steps, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel for the Brooklyn Nets. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. The last couple of seasons have been devastating for the Nets, and I feel they can actually do well this season. They did beat the Celtics this preseason, so that's the kind of play I'm hoping they can put out this 2017 season. Also a big shout out to a guy I know called NGLP. He does some pretty decent what if videos, so please check him out. Thanks for all the support on my channel recently. It is growing faster than ever. I got 6 subscribers I think in the last 6 days, so that's just been amazing. Thanks again for watching. I know I'll be cheering my Rockets on this season. I'll be making videos all season long too. My final NBA preview will be out next week, and peace out my friends. I also have a Demarcus Cousins what if video in the making, so that should be out quite soon, probably after the NBA preview. Thanks again for watching, and see you later. Peace out.